person. And so his name was Mahatma Gandhi. And so we decided we would name our character Mahatma's the Moderate. But then we realized the initials of that were M and M. So we went with that, and that's why our presentation is being music related. All right, so going on, M strongly believes in nonviolence. If violence breaks out, he will try his hardest to stop it, as it is a part of his moral code. And he will do this even if it means risking his life. And his costume consists of towels, and he has two forms, but the thing is, the first form is like a toga thing in the shape of a G. You can kind of see this wrapped around here. There's the hook of the G. And the second one is when he has two towels, one draped in front, one draped in back, to create like an M-like shape. So yeah, and this is the first one. So he has a larger array of weapons, but in fact, his primary weapon is a salt shaker. Yes, salt shaker. All right, and the salt shaker really isn't that dangerous, but the thing is, this is actually water, and water he can turn water into salt. And the thing is, like, nobody really knows what magical stuff he does to the water to make it salt, which is why villains think it's like really, really dangerous, because it has a bunch of random chemicals to turn water into salt. And his enemies are Lord Linlithgow and Willingdon, but his main enemy is Clement Attlee, who was the British Prime Minister at the time. And he also is enemies with the world-famous cricket player Russells. And yeah, and so this is where the story gets a little interesting. All his villains think he is still in South Africa and stuff, living in a place we call Hotel Rwanda. That's not true. It turns out that, named after his role model Gandhi, he's actually living in a place called the Quit E-Mart, named after the Quit India movement. And his origin, well, once upon a time in a place we now call India, there lived a young Padawan by the name of Mahatmas the Moderate. Inspired by the actions of Gandhi, his parents, Bhuvan and Gauri, decided to name their child after Gandhi, hence Mahatmas the Moderate. It wasn't long before they figured out their child was no ordinary child. They figured out this during a cricket game. One day, Mahatmas the Moderate was watching his father, Bhuvan, play a game of cricket. He had just scored his 9,001st run against his opponent, Russells, and was very, very thirsty. Being a very kind-hearted and obedient child, Mahatmas the Moderate fetched his father a bucket of water. However, Russells, wanting an advantage over Bhuvan in the cricket match, knocked over the bucket of water on purpose, cutting his knee in the process. In his anger, Mahatmas the no longer Moderate took out a salt shaker and poured salt all over Russells' knee, which, as you can imagine, salt on blood hurts a lot. Yeah. Swearing revenge while holding back tears, Russell left with his head bowed towards the ground, embarrassed with shame. Russell swore revenge, and he eventually did get it when, during another cricket match, Russell threw the ball on purpose at Bhuvan's eye, but missed and hit his forehead, causing him to die. Oh. Gauri was so depressed, she also killed herself. Because of this, Mahatmas was very depressed and decided to walk along the lake to cope with his sadness. And on the lake, he met the spirit of Gandhi. The spirit of Gandhi, sensing his sadness, and after hearing his story, and after seeing his salt shaker, knew that he was the one to carry out his final wishes, and he gave him the power to turn seawater into salt. And this represents two things. First of all, the salt march that Gandhi himself had led a while ago, along with his passion to defend his father by pouring salt on Russell's knee. And from that point on, he sought revenge on Russell as well as the leaders of his time responsible for Russell's presence in India, Clement Attlee, for causing him so much misery. And that's when he set up his base at Quit E-Mart, and he is now planning his revenge. And so we have a song planned in which I'm acting as M and she's singing.
Oh.
Is it a Chinese opera?
Oh.
I can do that. And this is British law. British Uncle Sam.
I did the wrong one.
Oh.
Hold on. With the red one.
I think it should be green.
Come on, she.
Oh, I
The left
keep
volume
pulling my
makes
finger
it-
sometimes.
The left dial.
So Eminem is here
hero whose power is turning water into salt. He strives for his people's well-being, but he believes in non-violence. And he always said that an eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. He also said a person's a person, no matter how small. Just kidding, that was Dr. Seuss. But, anyway, you should know that Satyagraha means street force. That's what's used in the Salt March. And yeah. Wait 1 second. Satyagraha in the Rasana, breaking the British law in the dying sun. Satyagraha in the Rasana, breaking the British law in the dying sun. Two boats led by Mahatma, and in the beach with the toga arm, and that's what I. Water in his magic hand, evaporate. Watch Eminem as he makes water turn into salt. Yeah, Clement Attlee wants a little vengeance. Yeah, there's all his men and salt's little Eminem. But nothing he threw at Eminem could stop his cause. Eminem just looked back and said, Swaraj. With the whole world looking down at British acts, Eminem wins, and the British, and India.